Hey everybody, so today I'm just doing a final resharpening on this Civivi Cibus in 14C28N. It's going to be on the DMT 220, I believe. And then I'm going to finish it off on a ceramic stone, which is the Shapton Glass 2000. I didn't really have to redo it, but I do want it, because I am giving it to someone, I want to also reprofile the edge just a little bit. Want to give it a little bit uh, lower degree angle, and then do it like it's probably technically better to do it on a lower grit ceramic stone first to take off most of the diamond scratches. But I wanted to leave that like really rough edge and then a really nice smoother edge. And I did test it on a few fruits before I wrapped it up. So for the Civivi Cibus in 14C28N, it's not a bad knife at all. But for me, I like the knife having it being a little taller. It also will give it a little bit more life, especially if you use it a lot. It's also a very thin blade, so that it's actually quite slicey, which is actually a really nice thing. And for its price, like, the fit and finish is actually pretty nice. There's not any sharp edges like the Misono UX10 I kept comparing it to, because that one out of the box was just sharp corners everywhere, and it's a lot more pricier, at least at the time I bought it, which is I don't know how many years ago now. The Misono UX10 right now, for the 7-inch version that I have, is $153 on Amazon. The Civivi Cibus, which is roughly around 8 inches, is basically like $75. Like, that's basically double its price, but its fit and finish is a lot less. Don't get me wrong, I like the Misono UX10, but it also has even worse height. Maybe because I actually haven't handled like the 8-inch version, so I don't know if the height of the blade is a little bit more compared to the 7-inch. But that has less height than the Civivi Cibus. I'm pretty sure, at least for my knife, that the hardness of the blade is a little softer. Well, actually, either a little softer or it's just not as tough, I guess. Because 14C28N is supposed to be pretty tough, so it's probably why it lasts longer when I'm trying to dull it versus the Misono UX10. I mean, it really depends on what you want in the knife, but to my knowledge, most Japanese knives, Misono UX10 is a Japanese knife. That's probably why it's also so pricey. But even American knives like Zwilling and Wusthof uses something similar to like the EU stainless steel, which they run their HRC like roughly 58, maybe even 50. Like, I believe it was 58. I think some of the other line products, well, it depends on which line product it is. But the Zwilling Pro that I've used was roughly around 58. And then they have, Zwilling has like other kitchen knife sets, which is like running, I think, like 50s, 56 or something like that. So it's even softer. than the Zwilling Pro, which I think like it's stamped on there like it's ice hardened or something like that. I forgot. My cousin used that a lot as a private chef, so once in a while I'll go back to his house to sharpen that. The Civivi Cibus is a pretty light knife, which is pretty good. But at the same time, I also kind of wish it was more blade heavy. The handle, I don't mind, but at the same time, I kind of wish it was thicker. I don't know if that's the right word. After I finished sharpening, I tested it on a lemon and then also on paper. And then I wrapped it up and gave it to my coworker, which she was pretty happy about because all her knives at home were dull. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, everybody.